Alright, so now we start to go live, eh? Now we go on Lyft. I could probably see what people are saying on this one, I would imagine, eh? Something good. Here we go, good neighborhood. Alright back there. This one warmed up, huh? Alright, photo hunt. And then we get the photo, see? Skip this one, 24-hour Amazon, and then you just, mark what things look different and then they ain't there. You know what I mean? It's that simple, what things are there that it's not, so that's all you gotta do with that there, Something simple, I don't know, but we'll get it. Hubcap, iron cap. Say something. Poke around. Alright, we gotta go online now. Just making sure we're all aboard. Gonna go. The music coming from that. Alright. Go online, Billy. Here we go. I'm gonna do this and then I'm gonna do a live stream. Or not a live stream, I'm gonna do a hyperlapse after this one here. Shit, I think that's wild. That's pretty cool. Current live stream. It sucks so much not being able to listen to music, man. We'll put some on YouTube, I think.
Of the nature of magnetism. It was used principally in healing. It was well known to Pythagoras, who gave us considerable information on the subject, which was promptly forgotten by everybody else. Then we have little knowledge of it, except through the Arabs. The Chinese were aware of it because of the discovery of the mariner's compass. But for the most part, it was neglected until the 17th century, when it became involved in the story of Rosicrucianism. The alchemists, the Rosicrucians, and the Hermetists all were unfolding phases of magnetic theory. Then we come down a little later and we come upon a curious instrument, Mesmer's magnetic tub. This was a kind of tank in which many people put their feet at the same time, held hands, and created a battery out of the water in the tank. Incidentally, the magnetic theory is based upon a very simple fact, namely that what we call empty air is not empty at all. It is the most profoundly used all the elements that we know anything about. We all live within air and have our being, and we know that if air fails, we die. But what we do not realize is that air is not just some oxygen or helium or something of this nature. Air is something in itself. It is a substance of itself. It is a substance so real and so important that it's almost impossible to estimate it. It is a tremendous field of magnetic energy. The atmosphere carries the magnetism of the sun. The study of the magnetic powers of the sun will be more or less clearly understood by the study of the seasons. Winter, summer, spring, and these things have all to do with a magnetic factor in the air. And we think of it only as in trying to explain it as a physical astronomical phenomena, since as the rotation and revolutions of the sun and planets. But each of these planets is a field of magnetic energy. And this energy comes to us through what we call air. One thing we have learned from television is that air transmits. We know, for instance, that we can have all kinds of programs on the air at the same time. And they can come from all directions. And they can overlap and interlap. But each one will remain separately identified as though it was moving in a channel or a circuit of its own. Something went through with vibration. And this vibration in the magnetic field can be divided into an infinite complexity of separate emanations. In other words, we had 1,000 different channels. They could be differentiated in the magnetic field so that each one would be broadcast correctly and properly for whatever it is. Thus we realize there's something out there besides air, something besides helium and oxygen, something besides the ordinary factors we take into consideration scientifically. We are in the presence of a mysterious being. It is part of everything that we are. Now, studying magnetism as it comes into the human body, we discover along with Tilda that each human body is surrounded by an etheric or energy field. This energy field is sometimes referred to as an aura, but it is not the true aura that we think of in metaphysics. This magnetic field is an area of energy. This area of energy forms an egg-like atmospheric sheet around the physical body, usually extending 3 to 5 feet from it in each direction. This energy field is the basis of virtue, because this energy field depends for its reality, its serviceability, and its protecting power to move of the person around which this magnetic field is gathered. In other words, the individual, if they are normal, if mentally, emotionally, and physically, they are keeping the rules, this magnetic field forms a tremendous protection. It is normal, it is healthy, it is constantly able to handle infections and all kinds of difficulties. It will help to heal wounds. It will help to recover the use of functions and organs. And if we are deprived of some part of the body, it will try to compensate for it. As long as the individual takes proper care of his magnetic field, it will serve him. Now, this is a phase of morality that is generally overlooked. It is assumed that these magnetic fields are something you don't. They're there, maybe they'll help a little. But the truth of the matter is that practically the whole survival of the individual depends upon maintaining the magnetic to the crown of the head. It disseminates through the entire body, and it's excreted back again through the lower centers of the body and is recleansed by the solar energy. This is a kind of a little private tank or capsule of life that we are all carrying about with us all the time. Now, the problem of morality in this is very definite. The moment we break rules, we damage that magnetic flow. We have got to keep the laws of nature, and these in turn are the laws of God, or the magnetic field fails. It can fail because of physical intemperances, which reduce its integrity and reduce its power. It can be wasted in riotous living, which is a common cause these days. It can be variously destroyed by moods, by attitudes, by fears, by complexes. It can be destroyed or damaged by alcohol, drugs, narcotics, all kinds of things. But if this field is damaged, it immediately reacts into health. It damages the individual's vitality. It makes him more easily subject to contagions and infections, and it definitely shortens the life expectancy. Now, we think of the magnetic field as surrounding the entire structure of the body, as Kilner shows, in his work on the human atmosphere, and dotted also in his study of the atom. This, however, is only a phase of it. Each part of the body has a magnetic field. Each unit within the individual has its survival in a unit of energy. And this unit of energy is present in the smallest subdivision of imaginable space. It is in the tiniest atom. There is no such a thing as a dead particle in the universe. Even if it is killed by something, the very disintegrating process is a symbol of life energy. Therefore, we are confronted with the natural problem of realizing that virtue is to keep the law of the energy field. Now, the law of the energy field, just by coincidence, is also the law of integrity. The energy field is what establishes right and wrong.
No, you
the
do.
The energy field tells us that to lose our disposition and temperament is wrong. To use various negative, destructive attitudes is wrong. To compromise the principles of right living is wrong. To think badly, to feel unpleasantly, to be engaged in any action or concept which is contrary to the common good damages the magnetic field and therefore is wrong. Selfishness injures that field. Every vice we know, the breaking of any of the 10 Commandments and a number of other rules, result in damage to that field. It has nothing to do with nation, it has nothing to do with the ordinary concepts of codes, because the final code itself is based upon the life principle in each part of the human constitution. So we have each little cell has its own moral responsibilities. The stomach has its own magnetic field. The stomach is not simply an organ. It is an organism. It is a living thing within the human body. Yeah. The same is true of the heart, the brain, the glandular structure, all the organs, the intestine, all the motor system, the nervous system, the endocrine system. These are all entities.
How you doing?
They are entities
Got it.
magnetic.
About 18 minutes away? About 18 minutes away?
Cooperating together for the common good.
Just let me know if these get too hot or too cold.
To neglect one is to
oh, no doubt. And there's waters back there too if you get thirsty.
In the body. And all these fields together constitute the grand magnetic.
Is it cool if I got the YouTube listening to what this guy's saying?
We go inside of this for a moment to see what we're dealing with. So we go back to Pythagoras.
He's talking about magnetism and how it works on the body. It's pretty crazy.
In Egypt, there was a temple in which therapy was the result of this contemplation of symmetrical, like geometric solids. In other words, the images of therapy were mathematical cubes, octagons, and various forms, dodecahedron. Each one placed upon the kind of altar the contemplation of the sun. All were symmetric geometric solids, perfect and complete in structure. To look upon them was therapeutic, because to look upon them accepted their energy as a reality in our lives.
Oh, you can earn a $25 gift card on this tablet. That one just plays commercials. But yeah, this one's called the Octopus one. It's got like all kinds of games and stuff like that.
Has a magnetic field. From the tiniest atom to the greatest galaxy, the magnetic fields are present. And the rules of each of them must be obeyed. Now, if an individual looking at a geometric solid sees in it a perfect proportion, this realization enters into the subconscious life of the person. The imagery of that solid is sent into the consciousness in the form of a benevolent magnetic center. It means that the individual is seeing a harmony, is seeing something in perfect order and perfect correctness. And in visualizing, wherever we see perfection, it improves ourselves. Wherever we accept discord as inevitable, it injures ourselves. Everywhere looking around us in nature, we see that all natural things are benevolent. It is only when these are abused, mostly by humanity, that these benevolences are lost. So we find that we live in a universe in which everything is in harmony if we are. Now we can say, of course, that somebody else might be out of harmony, and this could injure us. Actually, it's not quite true. The magnetic field which protects us against any negative magnetic field that does not arise within ourselves. We are not contaminated by other people, unless by our very conscious weakness, or our intellectual weakness, or our emotional weakness, we surrender our integrity to the attitudes of other people. If we commit misdemeanors of one kind or another, we are responsible by the effect of these mistakes on our own magnetic field. Now, the magnetic field not only covers this type of thing, but it covers elimination, the intestinal walls. All of this type of thing is damaged, as we know, by hysteria, by various moods, the individual bad disposition. Now we consider this to be just something that happens that way, but it is not. The individual is sickened by dispositional cause. Is sickened because he has damaged the magnetic field of some essential part of his own nature. If he has damaged the magnetic field of his digestive system, he will have dyspepsia. And if the dyspepsia lasts long enough, and the magnetic field is sickened long enough, then long and enduring chronic ailments can set in. No individual actually is infected entirely from himself, but never completely without himself. All of these unities of fact must be in harmony. Now, in the Rosicrucian philosophy, we had alchemy, the transmutation of various phases of life. Alchemy was a transformation and a transmutation of energies. And these energies are essentially the same one that we have in magnetism. We therefore have a constant realization that everything we do and everything that we see and have has values of its own. Now let us pick up a pebble from the beach, and we suddenly realize that we're in the presence of little stones. Today there is quite an interest in little stones, all kinds of stones. We are interested in the crystals that form rocks and all these types of things. The crystals are formed by magnetism. They are formed by a rate of vibration peculiar to a certain element. And that particular rate of vibration can evolve through the mineral, plant, vegetable, and animal. It is always present. There is a magnetic core on each kingdom, and each kingdom unfolds within this magnetic field. And within each of the composite fields, individual members of the field, with various degrees of growth, are variously individually conditioned. Everywhere, this process of keeping faith with integrity becomes the natural secret of security, survival, and world peace. Now, we can say that it would be very unlikely that we'll say a potato. In fact, every in the potato has a magnetic field of its own. Therefore, we come. And nutrition is very largely the study of the magnetic fields of various food products. It also tells us what happens when these food products are adulterated or are variously misused or poisonous elements are introduced into them. All this is part of a mystery that is solved in magnetism. We pass laws against these misuses, but we fail to realize that it is not just the physical factor that we have to work with. The physical factor is only these problems. All these things because integrity of energy fields. Each field has its own integrities. All integrities in all fields are compatible. All lack, all departures from integrity in any or all fields are in conflict constantly. The only way the individual can escape conflict is by never abusing the energy factors of his own life. He must never abuse his body, his emotions, or his mind. He must never permit himself to develop attitudes that are incompatible with the integrities which nature has bestowed. The magnetic fields are absolutely honest. There is no possible way of making them dishonest. The only thing we can do with them is to destroy or limit the manifestation of their integrity. If we break the rule, we lose the benefit of that particular energy. When we lose that benefit, we then say that evil has come to us. But it is not an evil thing that has come to us. It is the failure of a good thing to be developed and purified and intensified. The magnetic fields are also in a state of constant evolution. They're in evolution in the life of the person. The individual may be born on a certain level of magnetic integrity. If he becomes a better person, he strengthens these values in himself. Because actually, it is all a matter of gradually strengthening the perfection of an energy resource. Now, no one is going to perfect it in one life or 100 lives, maybe, but he's going to grow. And the more integrity grows, the more rapidly the individual becomes harmoniously adjusted to the principle of life to which he belongs. In our world at the present time, we're in a sad state in which practically everyone has broken every conceivable rule. We are living day by day, trying to live off the profits from our own mistakes. And this is not really profitable. We are not realizing that this has nothing to do primarily with the theology. This has nothing to do with laws of government. This has nothing to do actually with our legal codes. It has to do with the relationship of energy to its proper ends and purposes. We know what it's supposed to be. We know what it's supposed to do. And we know that it isn't accomplishing that. Everything that has an existence has a magnetic field. It may have one that is not even visible. And the whole of our atmosphere, the whole of the world in which we live, is one mass of magnetic interplays. But as long as these are kept honest, they are all compatible. And a universe in which there is no dishonesty would be free from every infirmity.
But we're approaching this cusp where we might imagine it. I mean, we're thinking of like maybe years and decades with AI development, typically when we talk about this. But as an astronomer, I have to think about much longer time scales of centuries, millennia, millions of years. And so if this wave continues over that time scale, which is still the blink of an eye, cosmic time scale, that implies that everything will be AI essentially out there, if this is a common behavior. And so that's intriguing because it sort of implies that we are special in terms of our moment in time as a civilization, which it normally is.
This one guy's got a podcast like Joe Rogan, Lex Friedman.
We normally like this mediocrity principle. We're not special.
Does like AI, computer programming.
The cosmological
real smart
principle.
dude.
But in a temporal sense, we may be in a unique location. And perhaps that is part of the solution to the Fermi paradox, in fact, that if it is true that planets tend to go through basically three phases: dumb life for the vast majority, a brief period of biological intelligence, and then an extended period of artificial intelligence that we transition to, then we would be in a unique and special moment in galactic.
The following is a conversation with Neal Stephenson, a legendary science fiction writer exploring ideas in mathematics, science, cryptography, money, linguistics, philosophy, and virtual reality.
That's Lex
From his
Friedman.
early book, Snow Crash, to his new one called Termination Shock. He doesn't just write novels. He worked at the space company Blue Origin for many years, including technically being Blue Origin's first employee. He also was the chief futurist at the virtual reality company Magic Leap. This is the Lex Friedman Podcast. To support it, please check out our sponsors in the description. And now, here's my conversation with Neal Stephenson. You write both historical fiction, World War II, Cryptonomicon, and science fiction, looking both into the past and the future. So let me ask, does history repeat itself? In which way does it repeat itself? In which way does it not?
I'm afraid it repeats itself a lot. So I think human nature kind of is what it is, and so we tend to see similar behavior patterns emerging again and again, and so it's kind of the exception rather than the rule when something new happens.
What role does technology play in the suppression or in revealing human nature?
Well, the standards of living, life expectancy, all that have gotten incredibly better within the last, particularly the last 100 years. I mean, just antibiotics, modern vaccines, electrification, the internet. These are all improvements in most people's standard of living and health and longevity that exceed anything that was seen before in human history. So people are living longer, they're generally healthier.
Oh shit,
So
no.
on. But
Wow.
again, we still
Damn,
see a
they
lot
need
of the
to redo
same
this shit.
behavior patterns,
That was
some
bad,
of which
man.
are
Somebody gotta pop a
not very
tire.
attractive.
So some of it has to do with the constraints on resources. Presumably with technology, you have less and less constraints on
Just
resources.
doing
So
Broad Street, but they
we
don't
get to
do
maybe
these ones.
angels of our nature. And in so doing, is that not potentially the experience that we have of life on Earth?
You know, until the last 10 or so years, I would have taken that view, I think. But, you know, people will find ways to be divisive and angry if it scratches a kind of
Right up here?
psychological itch.
Yes. Where you?
Alrighty, where is it? Right
No,
here?
you're fine. Thank you.
Alrighty, just have a blessed night.
You too.
Be safe. Oh, it's a lot quieter when there's no music playing, I'll tell you that much. I want to hear a Lex Friedman podcast, though, so much. What are you putting on a movie?
Across the sparkling vault of the heavens. At first, it looks like a cloud or a puff of smoke that could blow away on a stiff breeze, but it holds to its place among the stars. Because this is something more permanent and more intriguing than a passing cloud. This is what the Romans once called the Via Lactea, the Milky Way. And for astronomers through the ages, it has proved to be a pathway to discovery, to a much older tradition of bear legends.
To get into phase with pain through the mutual 2013.
Why ain't they putting on Joe Rogan,
Of
man?
course. Length. To create a fairly accurate
Viruses were capable of cracking it.
This is a journey of empowerment. We will explore together the hidden pattern.
And we're live. First of all, cheers, gentlemen. Let's have a little toast. Relax. Bob, thank you very much for doing this. I really appreciate it. I understand that you've told the story many, many times. You've been grilled many, many times, and it's very stressful for you, so I really, really appreciate your time. For people who don't know the story, there is a documentary.
How you doing for Obama? Yep. What's up, boss? Doing all right. How about you?
All right.
About 15 minutes away.
Yes.
Cool.
Yes.
All right. Yeah, just let me know if you get too hot or too cold.
Used to work.
There's waters back there if you get thirsty.
Oh, I got my own.
Oh, man. No doubt. Yeah, this tablet right here, you can earn a $25 Amazon card. It's the Octopus one that they got on.
Right behind you?
Yeah, yup. That one just plays commercials, but yeah, this one you can earn an Amazon card. It's got all kinds of games and stuff on it. Yeah, that pops right off and all. That way, there you can hold it.
So did you have to put it in there, or the company knows?
Oh, well, you got to qualify, drive so much for rideshare company, and then send them your information and all. And then once you, qualify, then they send it out to you. And then you got to have so much interaction with it each month,
It's pretty awesome.
Yeah, it's like more interactive, So yeah, it's something to do.
Yeah, I totally understand. Yeah, especially when you have like long rides and stuff.
Yeah.
Like boring and stuff.
Yup.
It's just play the game.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely something more to do,
Definitely.
Makes it go by quicker. Why you haven't seen too many in
Usually I'm talking about stuff.
well, up in New York City, yeah, they have them big time up in New York, Oh yeah. Yeah, New York, some of them taxi cabs have almost TVs inside of them, Yeah, no, it's cool though.
Those would be
But yeah, well, that's what it's going eventually, self-driving cars with like TVs and coffee in them, you know what I mean? Like,
that's why all the companies trying to get their fair share of self-driving cars.
Yeah, actually, come to think about it now, I should start developing vending machines for the self-driving cars, Because if they're sitting in there, of course, you have nothing else to do.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, make money off of the vending machine, so kind of can make a vending machine that fits in enough space, Yeah, that'd be.
There's a lot of possibility now. Now that
Yeah,
technology is going forward, there's
right.
a lot of possibility of things that we can do now.
Yeah, the automation technology.
Yeah, automation technology and stuff like that. It's going the, well, I won't say right direction, but it's improving, I would say.
Yeah, well, it's just almost a matter of time, so to speak,
Yeah.
Everything the right, way it's supposed to be figured out, and then the laws about it,
Right.
Once you pretty much put the laws in place, yeah, everything else, well, it's pretty much, yeah. Yeah, there's the drone technology we've been waiting on big time. I'm hoping comes this spring that it's 4G for the drone.
to where you can hook the drone up to the cell towers. So instead of using how much signal you have on the remote control for a couple miles, this will actually give you wherever you have cell phone signal, you can fly the drone. Yeah. So you gotta go through a lot.
Is it good or is it dangerous? I mean, with any idea, positive or negative, depends on what it is. Somebody could just drive that drone and do something a couple of miles away.
Well,
it's not a good idea, or I mean, for the delivery companies.
Yeah, that's where you.
That's understandable, but for like personal usage, I feel that.
Nah,
they have good ideas once they have something good in the end.
Well, there's a lot of corporations that'll use it, though. You know what I mean?
Yeah, corporations. I understand.
Yeah,
they're reliable.
Which will kind of fall into some of the private sector, some people. But yeah, you'll have a lot of laws and stuff. You know what I mean? That you gotta qualify and go through. You know what I mean? Get certified and all that kind of stuff.
I don't think it's anywhere near.
It's just like owning a gun.
Anytime in the future. Right?
Huh?
I'm not sure if you're gonna see those things like anytime.
Oh no, they said they're definitely going through with it because they're gonna leave it up to the police to if someone commits the crime, that it's up to the police to go and because they do have other technologies and all that can completely keep them from interfering with stuff. They go, actually tells you the person, where they're sitting with their controller and where the drone is and everything. Yep.
I'm pretty sure if they want to launch something like this, they'll probably check precautions for what could actually happen with these things.
Yep.
And try to get the police involved right before they launch and everything, so that everybody can be on board.
Well, you figure once the like Amazon and all them little shopping agencies, ordering agencies, once they get it down pat and all the laws figured out, then it won't be long till after that we'll have like the
I think flying cars is
because that's
fantasy.
Well, no, that's where the automation's leading is, because we're not going to put it in someone's hands.
We already have flying cars, if they really think about it.
Well, yeah, but it's not going to be to where you're flying it. It'll be so many people having and so many people needing to use it and all that it'll be an automated thing.
Helicopters that we use around, those are flying cars. We use those for taxi.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
Like a taxi service, but
people talking about
for flying cars.
I mean, like on the road for millions of people using it.
Yeah.
I find that really, unless they're gonna drive themselves.
That's what I'm trying to say. The automation is it drives itself. You can take control of it. I guess for when it's on the ground and all, but up in the air, I guess you hit certain buttons, put in the destination where you want to go. Once it takes off, then it's pretty much, it has to rely on the laws and rules of everything else that's flying.
That's a very good idea.
Yep. That's where it's all leading to. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
the transportation. Age is about to right in front of our technology and stuff like that. Yeah, the new computers that figuring out all these materials too. It took them thousands of years or a couple hundred years just to figure out how all the chemicals work and elements work. Just to know that they work crazy with each other,
Right.
Now with these supercomputers and all, man, they're gonna come up with.
They go fast.
Well, no, these materials that they're making now, the metamaterials they're called, which is like, it could all kinds of crazy stuff you can do with the metamaterial. Cloaking devices, you ever see the octopus?
Certain octopus can change color, but
yeah.
I've seen it, but not really.
Well, not only they change color, but they also change shape, like a texture.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, yeah, you never see. Yeah. I'm telling you, so YouTube a video of that to where,
you'll see it, like if it gets upset or something, it'll change its color, but then it'll change its texture. Well, yeah, you'll see like these cones, like its eyes and all. Not only its eyes and all, but
transform.
Yeah, but it morphs into like it looks like it has all these cones coming off it, like little branches.
Defense mechanism.
Like it, yeah, exactly right. Yeah, so it tries to show the creature like, hey, I'll sting you. You know what I mean? And then it changes crazy colors, but really it's just a defense mechanism. You're right. But it's just weird how their whole body structure, they change it big time to where it looks like branches are growing and everything, you know? It's insane how they do that. Yup.
Well, we have nothing but time, so.
Yeah, technology's getting more and more advanced, you know, with certain things, so. I don't know if there'll be a singularity, like they say, where, you know, it all converges and stuff like that.
Sorry?
Yeah, they say there's like that singularity, the technology singularity or something like that. I forget how it all goes, but something where like we reach a technological point to where, you know, we like master technology, so to speak, you know?
Right. At this point, who can argue? You know, everything that we're doing right now with technology. We are more closer than ever with technology now. You know, things are closer to us, you know, better than before.
Well,
maybe you can just order something online and then, like the next day have it at your doorstep and stuff like that. You know, networking has been, you know, improving. So, you know, who would argue that we haven't made, you know, quality improvements on technology?
Yeah.
I mean, I'll argue that. I won't argue that because I was 5 years ago compared to now. You know, it's a blessing to see what's going on now.
Yeah, it's a lot different.
A lot of people left, you know.
Yeah.
I hate to see this.
You're absolutely right. Yeah, I didn't even think about it like that. Well, it is weird. It's like science. We use science to create technology, and then what's after technology? You know what I mean?
Sorry?
It's like we used science to come up with technology, you know, and then so you figure what comes after technology.
Right.
You know?
Well, right now, I believe technology is the way to go forward, and that's the only way to go. There's nothing else that can go after. Even it gets better. So.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, I guess, you know.
It gets better over time.
Yeah.
It's like nature. Right now, nature is number one. I would say nature is always going to be number one. I would say it's technology first. Well, nature first, technology second. Because through all the technology and things that we're doing, we're learning from nature. You know, we use nature way of communicating. And
we got to use nature to get to that technology.
Yeah. You know? So that means nature is our teacher.
Exactly right. Yeah, there's no better teacher than wild animals.
No,
yeah, man.
We learn from them. That's why we go to the zoos and stuff like that to see how they live. And, you know, trying to replicate that.
Yeah, there's so many branches, even physics alone, where they go and study the animal and get different technologies just off of how the animal operates. Yeah.
Yeah, like we consider animals like not smart, but to be put in their position, you know, as an animal, they're pretty smart. They're pretty smart.
I think that's what they're just realizing now. Is not only are they conscious and all, but they got feelings and, you know, they're thinking.
To our lives, they might not be able
to comprehend the things that we can comprehend.
Exactly, but put ourselves in their like lifestyle too, we will be lost.
Yeah.
We will be lost as well.
Yeah, we would have to operate under a confined set of laws. You know what I mean? But that's what I'm trying to say. Is one of them laws is that conscientious, the thinking. That's what they do. Is they think. You know, that debate.
You
I
know?
think a lot, actually.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. For a long time,
your
man.
whole life you have to survive, against predators. Not only that, you have to think about what you're gonna eat and think about yourself. And listen, it's
Yeah, it gets more complex the more you start to dive in.
Think about certain things, the more you realize, listen, we got it really good. We have created something very, very unique here. Although it's not perfect, but it's very, very unique. As a human society that we've created. So we just have to be, happy and accept it as it comes, because it's not perfect. Well, nothing is perfect.
No.
Right? Nothing is perfect.
No, it's how you control your feelings. I was just watching something on here. That's what it was saying. The magnetism, and depending on your mood and all, and that's how your magnetism.
Because then you'll be leaving every other person's statement to you, because you'll be taking it to heart. Everything they said to tell you, you'll be taking it to heart and reflecting it through your emotions.
That's true. I've definitely ridden with you before, man.
Huh?
It's good seeing you again. I've ridden with you before. I picked you up from here before.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
I don't remember, maybe a while ago.
Yeah.
But nice seeing you again, man.
Yeah, Mama, it's good seeing you.
All right, take care, man.
God bless, brother.
Right.
You be safe, man.
You too.
Have a good night.
You too.
Yeah, that's a good dude, man. Yeah, I've given him a ride before. There's Samantha. Alrighty. I want to watch the bubbles. Oh yeah, I can. Right from the steering wheel. I want to watch the David Blaine. Who's this one? Lex Friedman?
This is the Lex Friedman podcast. Supported each of our sponsors.
Gotta go left and go right, eh? Damn it. Shit. Could've just did that one. Send me a cigarette. They kinda need a cigarette, really. Oh, Lex Friedman. Come on, man. Sit there and type in the Impulsive podcast, maybe put that on for Logan Paul.
Investigating UAPs until 2017.
Looks good, Ancient Aliens.
Some nations had always been ahead in their approach to the subject. Leading the world in UAP research is the South American country of Chile. In 1997, the Chilean government officially instructed air traffic control and military personnel to create the Committee for the Study of Anomalous Aerial Phenomena. The committee studies all reports of UAP activity by commercial, military, and civilian pilots. One of the most well-publicized was a shocking incident that occurred in 2014, when Chilean naval officers flying along the coast of Santiago captured video of a UAP.
There was an incident in 2014 where a military helicopter got video of a strange object. It kind of looked like a rocket with some sort of tune behind it. And they said they were at about 4,500 feet.
They have 9 minutes of fairly clear video that exists on this. The Chilean military studied it for 2 years, and they were not able to identify this at all.
Chile, like many other South American countries, seem to be far more open to the idea that there are objects coming into our airspace.
I think one of the reasons why South American countries are more open-minded on UFO extraterrestrial question is because it is
Brazil has had a history
Oh no, Amazon. Makes sense. Should do this fucking line after this and go drive to a motherfucking. Yeah, because they keep queuing me. What the hell am I doing, man? That's because I was live streaming, just wanting to pick people up, actually. That's right.
Researchers believe the most likely country to join this international effort is also relatively skeptical. In 2018, the Japanese government released an official statement denying the existence of UFOs.
For the longest time in Japan, those in charge,
Don't see none, won't be none.
have denied UFOs, showed a disinterest in UFOs, basically a complete dismissal of the UFO topic completely.
The Japanese government made a sudden press release that said they would not recognize any UFO encounters or extraterrestrial presence on Earth or in the airspace of Japan. I thought this was very strange, as we had already interviewed 2 pilots who had several incidents and testimonies that they gave us regarding various pilots' encounters in the air and over the ground over the years they were in the
Japanese self-defense force said that it opened stories from other pilots as well as civilians about UFO sightings.
Pay increased by $8.99.
It was my subjective view that we should make a report as correct data. And I think that is happening to be sure of the facts. According to some, it's having what they describe as subconscious objects. During one such incident, a student inspired by a course and wanted control of his craft. He said the aircraft stopped.
He said
the alarm rang to indicate that something was wrong with the ship. I saw cigar-shaped objects about 1,500 meters high east to west. The anomaly continued until it disappeared. For years, pilots in the Japanese military were instructed to remain silent about such incidents.
Forgot my naked juice, man. Damn it. I might just go to Wally Mart and pick one up. Fuck it. Eat another one. Give me a different flavor this time, man. The red ones. Red one or the green one. I don't know. Maybe mango. I don't know.
Between Minister
Feeling naked.
and his U.S. counterpart.
Get my vitamins on.
Mark Esper.
I want to get my vitamins on.
After this meeting,
Elvis. His motherfucking name is Elvis.
one of the topics that came up was unidentified aerial
I'm running a red light out.
and we talked about the need to cooperate on this.
That's a
They
major
turn green in
development
between.
when you have close allies like the U.S. and Japan openly speaking about the UFO issue and agreeing to cooperate. We've come so far in such a short amount of time.
The fact that Japan
It's so different with no music. Whole different atmosphere.
their establishment Japanese Space Operations Squadron says to me that there clearly is something going on over the skies of Japan.
Ancient astronaut theorists suggest governments around the world are finally beginning to acknowledge that there may be objects in our skies that are not of this Earth.
Oh shit, you think?
August 1946.
A lot of shit ain't for this Earth.
U.S. naval officer and explorer Admiral Richard Byrd, one of the first pilots to hover over both the North and South, organizes Operation Angel.
More shit's about to be coming too, I would imagine. Now they done know and they've been communicating, talking back and forth. They said, hey man, human species done getting the fuck out of hand big time over here. Y'all need to put together something big time fucking come wrangle these motherfuckers up. Or they blow us all to smithereens. We ain't got no earth no more and find no gold at all. Shit. They're about to go, like I said, now we're in the metamaking process,
They would go in December, January, February, and March, and there was a list of military goals that they were to achieve, but by the end of February, something happened.
One of the mission's official goals was investigating sites for potential military bases in Antarctica. But during his explorations, allegedly discovered something highly unexpected.
Fucking Elvis.
This story is said to
Seems legitimate, buddy.
is published in Keeple.
He's going
back, and then later was suppressed by that found it frightening.
Clean up. We're going to. You're going to bed.
Which was discovered by his son after his death, Admiral Byrd tells an extraordinary story.
Oh.
Admiral Byrd heard there was an entrance.
Why do you stop? Like, fucking stopping isn't gonna do anything. Like, fucking keep going, get the shit done, get the fuck out the way.
When he did that, he discovered
Stopping just makes me want to ram this motherfucker in here. Lucky I ain't got no bars and shit first yet.
I mean,
He cancel his ride real quick and then,
the squadron flew under the earth, into the earth.
How you doing for Elvis? For Elvis?
No. You picking up?
What is it?
You're picking up?
Yeah.
Just stay behind the white line right here, Bob.
Oh, thank you. You have a blessed night. It's 20 minutes away he goes. So we're gonna probably put last ride. Oh, I can't check that shit out. It is 59 degrees out still, right? I gotta call Uncle Elvis now. Oh, there it goes. I don't need him. Shit. Maybe this guy walking out is probably he's gonna stay behind the other line. That's even better because I had to back out anyway. He's just fucking shoot, buddy. Call this motherfucker again. Claytonsboro, you got me going to. Hi, where are you? It is 6 months away. What the fuck, man? So 2 calls, no answer. And I put, hey, where are you?
The fuck is this guy doing, man? Ah, shit, man. This dude wants to find another lift.
Hi, sorry.
Yeah.
Thank you.
About 21 minutes away.
Okay, thank you.
No doubt. Just let me know if you get too hot or too cold.
I appreciate it.
Oh, no doubt.
Match descriptions of what is today known as Manhattan. Portrayed in pop culture as government agents. Many who claim to have encountered them believe they are something other than human. The Men in Black are mysterious and nefarious entities. They're shadowy, they wear black clothing. Many people believe that they're either extraterrestrials or somehow they're working for extraterrestrials to prevent humans from learning the truth about extraterrestrials on Earth. They talk to UFO witnesses. Some people have reported they
There's all winners back there if you get thirsty, bud.
I appreciate it. Thank you, man.
Oh, no doubt.
use, or if they're offered something to eat or drink, they don't know how to eat or drink it. Both the Hat Man and the Men in Black are known for wearing a hat. They both influence people telepathically. They both appear to be sometimes malevolent, and they could in fact be the same type of a being. There's a theory that the Black are actually the leader of the shadow people to keep them from investigating UFO experiences.
There's no question that the stories of shadow people...
A possible downed aircraft.